Um, Look like there's some really good stretches and some really rough patches. Kind of what you expect from a first game after taking a month off.
That was a little clunky from both teams. In a lot of ways, a really even game. I think the biggest difference is when we turned them over, we didn't score, and when they turned us over, they converted. So, I thought we left a lot of points on the table that way. Little stuff. We were, fumbling the ball a little bit, dribbling off our feet. You know, we knew they would up the pressure. They did. We could have handled it better. Could have converted a couple more shots at the rim. We had, fits and starts for our flow.
It was, all tied up going into that fourth quarter. And it seemed a little hard to put the ball in the basket. Did you feel like anything changed, or was that just kind of shots not going there?
I didn't feel like our quality of looks was as good in the fourth. They made a couple little tweaks. We missed a couple shots, and like I said, just our turnovers kind of killed us. Sometimes trying to go in too much of a crowd, and then other times just kind of losing control of it or feeling a little rushed. So, we can be better. It's also a little bit challenging, trying to manage minutes and figure out combinations, and you're feeling like you're subbing off a script, and sometimes that can affect your flow too. But we just got to work through it.
And how did you feel? How did the injured trio or formerly injured trio look to you?
Good flashes from everyone. Bit up and down at times, kind of to be expected. I thought, you saw what Slim gives us attacking the paint. You saw what Carly gives us space on the floor and doing a good job defensively. And, I thought Shakira's rebounding was a huge factor. And you saw her be aggressive, getting at the rim a few times as well. A couple that, I'm sure she'd like to finish, but that presence defensively and on the boards is just a game changer.
And all three felt fine afterwards.
Everybody seemed good. I didn't get like the full download, but yeah.
Cool. That's all for me. Thank you.
We can move on to Zoom. Jen?
Hey, Eric. Picking up on that, Slim took shots on the first four possessions of the game and then assisted on the next one. Did you like that aggressiveness and shot selection from her early?
I like the aggressiveness, maybe a little amped up to start. Trying to get a couple months back all at once.
And Kira, maybe I'm just not used to it, but it with her being out for so long, but it seemed like she was really handling the ball a lot, off her own rebounds sometimes, seemed to be calling for it. How much of that, like I know your bigs handle the ball, and that's not unusual, but how much of a point of emphasis is it for her specifically to be a big who can do that?
Yeah, it's what definitely part of the vision for her. Part of the growth is letting her make a few mistakes doing it, when to keep it herself, when to just advance it up the floor to a guard or somebody else. But we saw some good plays, and then once or twice she just kind of lost it. So, that's part of when you talk about development of younger players. Part of it is figuring out when's the right time, when's the time to make the simple play, when can you just initiate for us. And you saw a bit of both. You saw some really good plays off of it, and some ones we can clean up.
And then just one more for me, 10 points from Jade in, I think it was 9 minutes. How much of a luxury is it to have effectively your third point guard by minutes played tonight, be able to come off the bench and do that?
She gave us a real boost. I thought she kind of changed the game when she came in the second quarter. It's always nice when you get an open look on your first possession in the game and knock down a three. She's good. She's given me a good problem in terms of trying to figure out how to juggle everybody. I thought she just played with great energy and a real good presence at both ends of the floor.
Sorry, I lied. I got one more follow-up for you. Her making those threes, does it feel like she is shooting those with more confidence now coming back from the break, or has it just always been the same, you think?
Seen her for 3 days, so I'm not sure of how much is a huge new confidence. I thought she showed good signs before the break shooting the ball. It's just going to be something she keeps working on. Obviously, when you see somebody that can make shots like that, you expect it to get better.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, we're all set, Eric. Thank you.
Thanks.
First off, both of you, just how's it feel? How did it feel just to be back on the court again after such a long time away?
Amazing. I mean, I'm excited to be back out there with the team. Low-key tired of being a practice player, so it didn't turn out the way we wanted to, but it's the first game, and we showed a lot of fight, so we're excited to just get out there and keep building with them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with her.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna ask, do you like these games coming back, in Atlanta? You came out and were super aggressive right off the bat. Again, tonight, I think you took the first 4 shots and assisted on the 5th. Coming back, are you actively like, okay, let's be aggressive early?
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's always the thing. We talk about it as a team, just being aggressive. I know we're going to look back at the film, see where we can be smarter, see where I can be smarter in my attacks, and just taking that accountability that maybe some of those aggressive drives, like get off the ball a little bit more, whatever we need to do. But for sure, that's always game plan, like to be aggressive. And being aggressive doesn't just mean scoring. It just means putting the other team in a position where they got to make a decision.
Just outside of you two, I mean, you two are, back playing for the first time, but everybody's coming back off the Olympic break. It was kind of herky-jerky at times. Did it kind of feel like one of those games where everybody's kind of trying to get back in the flow after just being apart for a while?
I mean, yeah, that's to be expected, If you look at our team, even from the first game when we played New York to now, our team has had to figure out how to play with whatever pieces was available. So we're not new to trying to figure out the chemistry. It shouldn't take us long either. Like, we've shown glimpses of it, so now we just got to go back, look at the film, realize, okay, this is what it looks like, this is what it feels like, this is what it doesn't look like, this is what it doesn't feel like. It's as simple as that. Like, it's not hardball for us.
Get that first tech out of the way.
Oh yeah. Honestly, it was whatever. Don't even get me started, Kareem.
It was humming.
I didn't even say nothing to him, which is crazy. I literally looked down. But whatever, they're gonna call what they want. I gotta get myself amped up, so I'll take it. Got my first one out the way. Whatever.
Cool. Just one last one for me, for either of you, tied up going into that, tied up after 3 going into that 4th quarter. What kind of either changed? Did you like the shot selection? It was tough to put the ball in the basket in that 4th quarter. I know there was, some turnovers also, just kind of your view of what happened in the 4th.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna say that like those possessions in the 4th are the reason why we lost, right? Because it's a whole game, it's 4 quarters. When we turn the ball over is important though. Like, yes, we turned, but when we did, it was, I want to say like crucial moments, but it was momentum plays. And that's how Minnesota builds and gets those leads. Not taking away from them being a great team and them executing and everything, but with a team like Minnesota, you have to be on your P's and Q's. And some of them possessions on defense, some of the possessions on offense, we weren't. And they capitalized on it. But the luxury of this game, we get to play them one more time, close out the series. We may not win it, but we can get a win at home. So we know that it's doable. This game wasn't some type of game where we went and we're like, what the hell happened? Like, we know exactly what happened. We're going to grimace at the fucking film and keep it pushing.
Cool. That's easy for me. Thank you.
No problem.
We can move on to Zoom. Jen?
Hey, Slim, hey, Kira, good to see you both back out there. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you guys feeling, in your bodies right now? Like, are you trusting your foot, trusting your hip? Is that natural? Are you still working on it?
I mean, yeah, that's why we're out there. I don't think we would be out there if we didn't feel confident. So we put in the work. We're ready to get out there and continuing to build. Obviously, it's going to take some adjusting to get back to where we want to look. But, yeah, I don't think we'd be out there if we weren't confident in it.
And, for both of you, being out at the same time, obviously different injuries, but how have you guys been able to kind of lean on each other through this process while you guys are out and kind of, watching from the sideline?
We hang out a lot.
No, literally.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a blessing to get to know Kira, because I mean, like last year we really didn't play together either. So coming into, this season with these games left, we kind of looked at each other like, damn, it's our first time really kind of playing together. But like I said, it's been a blessing just to get to know her on a different level. Like, we hung out, but we really got to spend time on and off the court, which I think helped a lot through that process, and just me being able to talk to her, her being able to teach me shit that I didn't, you know what I'm saying, I'm not thinking about. So it's just been a really, really cool experience to just be able to get to know her on another level. But I wouldn't want to be back in rehab.
No. Yeah, no, it was tough. Both of us trying to get through it, both of us wanting to get on the floor, trying to make sure the plan was right. Like honestly, like Slim has really helped me with guiding this new chapter for me, and making sure that I support myself and I'm doing what's best for me. And like she said, this whole time we're both learning more about each other, how to continue to grow. And it's been a good experience so far. So we're excited to see where we finish at the end of the season.
It's like a little big ass sister.
Yeah, literally.
Just one more for you. Slim, I'll start with you on this one, but Kira, feel free to jump in here. Slim, just wanted to ask you about Jade real quick, and your impression of one, how she played tonight, but also two, just how you've seen her grow kind of this whole season, while you've been out and she's kind of stepped up.
I mean, what we've seen from Jado, I don't expect nothing less. I say I got a little cheat code because we got to play together when she was younger, back when she was like 19. So to see her go from that to what she is now and be in the league and do the thing that she's doing for us, even when she was with Seattle, it's just been really dope. Like she's a lovable kid. She loves the game. She loves to learn. She's open. She is like that positive light. Like something could be going so horribly wrong.
Yep.
And I swear to God, Jade will be like, we're all right.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
It's all right. It's all right. Like we're good. We're good.
Mhm.
So you don't, from somebody that young to try and find the silver lining in everything, like that's a huge up for us. And it just teaches us like, okay, guys, it might be bad right now, but like literally it is a choice to stay in that space or to just be happy. And that kid chooses happy every time, and we're so proud of her. Just need her to stay off the floor like a mop.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, we have time for one more. Tyler.
Hey Slim, hey Kira, like Jen said, welcome back. Good to see you both.
Thank you.
Jen asked about how your bodies feel, but I'm curious, how do you guys feel your games kind of responded in coming back and being able to play in this moment, and what you guys were able to do and your skills?
Yeah, I feel like for me, getting back out here and making sure that my body was feeling the way I needed to feel, it's just been really good for me. Getting out there, getting more balanced, feeling more explosive. It's just all stuff that I felt like I was lacking. I felt like it wasn't there. Wasn't really doing enough to help reach where I was trying to go. So this past month, for the most part, like literally just building up, getting back to me, and not worrying about what anybody else thinks, and trusting myself and my own body. So now, it's gonna be some dust I gotta shake off, but I definitely feel like myself again.
Yeah. For me, I think it's just one of those things where I'm not waiting. I'm playing through the feeling. There's a couple times during the game where I'm like, damn, it's not there yet, or I miss a chippy, or I'd hit a shot that I'd normally hit, and I don't have the pop that I normally have. Like it's going to take time, and I might be shocked, and it might come when I'm least expecting it. But kudos to the staff, kudos to my teammates, just to keep pushing us to just figure it out. Like literally there'll be times in the game, walking to the bench and a coach or a player will just come and grab us and be like, you got it.
Yep.
Like it's coming. Like, don't worry about it. To the naked eye, nothing looks like nothing's wrong with us. To the people that's been watching us through this process, you can tell like in a couple possessions, like, ah, shit, okay. Like they're getting it back. They're trying to figure it out, whether it's on the defensive and the offensive end. So
Yep.
I think it's just keeping that grace for each other, and like keeping that confidence to know that, what we're trying to do, it's gonna come. Like it's not a matter of waiting. It's just when it happens, it happens. We just gotta keep going out there and figuring out how to be the last 8.
Thank you for both answering that. My second one is, I'll direct it at Slim, but Kira, you're welcome to answer too. Eric's talked about how inserting you guys back in will really complement how the offense has been in the last half of the or last stretch of the season leading into this game. Did you guys see glimpses of that tonight and like how it can come together over these final few games?
Yeah. I mean, we as a team, whether we're on the court or not, like the team that the staff and the organization has assembled is for us to play the offense that we all see glimpses of. Now, trying to get that in a consecutive amount of possessions, that's what we're working on. We've literally had a season where we've tried to figure out who's going to play, or like making sure that everybody's available, and whoever we have available, they've shown more than enough that they can execute the things that we're trying to do. Putting us back in there is only, you know what I'm saying, just adding to what we already have. We're all just trying to figure it out. Not on the fly, but I mean, obviously we got games every other day right now. So it is what it is. We're ready for it. This is what we rehabbed for, to get back and get to it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That concludes tonight's media. Thanks, everybody. We'll
All
see
right.